Size Eyes on the Skies.
The sun was out in full force today. We'll stick around. I'll have more coming up.
Plus, Sam is in the studio for your national forecast. All that and more as this Thursday, April 6th edition of Size Eyes on the Skies starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. And this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Size Eyes. I'm now joined by Caleb. Well, Caleb, today was the first day where we saw the sun for most of the day, so it was a pretty nice day out there.
Man, once I saw the sun, I just had a smile on my face all day long. It's amazing how much energy the sun puts into people, just walking around, just having a positive attitude all day long.
Definitely a day to get outside, walk around, or do anything.
Yeah. Sun was out. It also helped drive up our temperatures as well, as we saw temperatures go into the mid to upper 50s across the state. But as we take a look at the current conditions outside, we notice it's in the low to mid 50s across the state, with 52 degrees in Ames and a 55 in Des Moines, with still mostly sunny skies across the entire viewing area. As we can see with our clouds and radar, the clouds, whatever was left of them, are pushing down to the south and east towards Illinois, leaving us with clear skies, and we'll have a clear night overnight. Our day planner tomorrow, we're going to start very chilly at 37 degrees by 8 a.m., a potential for frost in the morning, 52 by noon, and quickly getting up to 61 by your afternoon. Matt?
All right, thanks, Caleb. And now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this day in 2003, a snowstorm struck virtually the entire state of Iowa, with the heaviest snow falling in northwest Iowa, where amounts of 6 to 12 inches were common. Storm total accumulations included 12 inches in Dorchester, Little Sioux, and Spencer, 10 inches in Cresco. Northwood and Primgar, 7.2 inches in Waterloo and 4.8 inches in Des Moines. Every observing station in Iowa reported some sort of snow except for Keokuk. Thank God we don't have any right now, and I'm going to knock on wood that we don't get any for the rest of the month. Now we turn to Sam. Anything interesting going around the country?
Yes, there has been a lot going on, especially in the southeast earlier this week, but we will see that change as we progress through the rest of the week and the weekend. I'll have more coming up.
Welcome back. Now we're joined by Sam with a look at what's happening around the nation. Sam.
Thanks a lot, Matt. A lot has been happening, especially in the southeast. As we take a look at temperatures, though, we notice 53 up in Minneapolis, been warming across the Midwest, and that'll be occurring throughout the weekend. But we are noticing a little bit of a cold blast off into the eastern area of the country, and that's where we start. As we notice this 41 degrees in Pittsburgh on the west side of the Appalachians, considerable difference compared to Washington, D.C. at 57. Some rain lingering over in Boston and areas of Maine. But as we drop down in the southeast, we notice Orlando at 70, 84 in Miami with overcast skies, but notice 53 degrees as we progress into the evening in Atlanta. Very chilly for this time of the year out there. 82 in Las Vegas with mostly cloudy sky. 64 off the bay in San Francisco. Looks very nice in the southwest U.S. 58 up in Seattle. 58 with some clouds are sticking around in Boise. And as we bump into the Midwest, we notice the sunshine is out for once, which is nice to see. 61 in North Platte. We notice lower 50s in Minneapolis, locally in Des Moines, 54 degrees. And here's how it looks on clouds and radar. We notice a new storm system off into the Pacific region, moving into the Intermountain West and affecting the Midwest into the weekend. But then we notice off into the eastern area of the country, there's a lot of snow wrapping around due to the system. It brought a lot of severe weather in the areas of the southeast yesterday. And here's a closer look on that system. We notice it wrapping around that counterclockwise spin. On the back side of it, we have a lot of snowfall reaching areas of Detroit and upper areas of Michigan. Lots of rainfall, though, falling in most of upstate New York, Pennsylvania, anywhere near Boston as well. And here are the watches and warnings due to that low pressure system. We have a lot of flood watches in New England regions. We have a red flag warnings issued for areas of southern Florida as dew points are very dry. There's a lot of wind going on out there. Frost advisories decorating most of the central area of the U.S., but as we zoom in on this region of the southeast in the Ohio River Valley, we do have wind advisories decorated all throughout the areas as well as flood warnings. So they've seen a lot of rainfall and a lot of wind as that low pressure system keeps moving off into the east. But here's how it looks as we go into the future. We notice this low keeps wrapping around, moves off the coast, bringing a lot of snowfall to areas of Lake Erie, upstate New York. And as we notice, around 7 o'clock tomorrow, most of the center of the country is sticking right under that ridge of high pressure, bringing a lot of warm, dry air into our region. We do notice on Saturday, though, around 7 a.m., that new storm system moves into the area. But it looks like the middle of the country will see a great weekend, as well as areas of the East Coast as well. And as we move into the highs tomorrow, we notice the warm temperatures are moving our direction. 78 for a high projected in Minneapolis tomorrow, 73 over in Denver, a little bit more cool up into areas of Seattle and San Fran. That's mainly due to that approaching storm coming off the Pacific Ocean. But here's the 7-day forecast in Manistee, Michigan. We notice 49 degrees on Friday, 61 on Saturday. But look at that, though. It starts raining on Sunday and Monday, a little bit of a dreary forecast. But notice temperatures drop from 67 on Monday to 47 on Tuesday. Pretty spectacular.
All right, thanks, Sam. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. What type of scattering causes the sky to be blue? Is it A, Mie scattering, B, Rayleigh scattering, C, geometric optics, or D, negligible scattering? We'll have the answer coming up. Now let's take a look at the week ahead.
Today is one for the books out there with the sun back out in the sky. Is it going to stay the same for the weekend? I'll have more coming up. Welcome back to Science Eyes. I am meteorologist Caleb Wood. Thank you very much for joining us on tonight's show. So we take a look at the future. The sun was back today, and it's going to stay here for the next few days through Sunday. It's going to be a May-like weekend with temperatures soaring into the low to mid-70s by Saturday and Sunday. But thunderstorms will return Sunday night with that increase in moisture and warm temperatures. Currently in Ames, we have 52 degrees with sunny skies, a stiff north-northwest wind at 17 miles per hour, keeping it fairly cool with a low dew point of 30 degrees. Today's highs were all about the mid to upper 50s across the state, with 56 degrees in Ottumwa and 53 in Mason City. So very seasonable for this time of year. It felt great with the sun outside. And as we take a look at the broader perspective, we have 55 in St. Louis, 55 in Kansas City again, and 61 degrees in Hayes. So again, not much spread, but we can definitely see the warm air starting to funnel from the southwest to the northeast over the next few days. And as we take a look at that funneling of the warm air, it's going to warm up from 61 tomorrow to 73 on Saturday and Sunday. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be great to go outside and maybe play some catch or something with your kids. And it's 60, but with a slight cool down by the end of next week, but still very seasonable. No snow in the forecast. I'm glad I can confidently say that. The current wind direction, we have all of these winds coming from the stiff north direction, 17 miles per hour in Ames, 15 Des Moines. So again, a little gusty, but nothing to worry about. Just maybe want to watch your hat tonight as you go on your Thursday evening. Futurecast is showing clouds clearing from the southern state down to the south with clear conditions across the whole state tomorrow. And that's going to last all the way through Saturday and Sunday as well. As we advance the time period, and get little clouds coming through here. But again, mostly clear skies for the whole weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for you guys out there. Current watches and warnings. We have one flash flood watch currently in Johnson County. That's from yesterday's heavy rain down there. But again, most of the flooding is occurring in west central Illinois, with even some freeze watches down in Missouri. So cover up those crops if you've done some early agriculture. Lows tonight, it's going to be pretty chilly. 34 degrees in Des Moines, 28 in Marshalltown, and 30 up in Fort Dodge. So again, we're going to be below the freezing mark, and with those light winds and cold temperatures, frost could be a possibility tonight. Highs tomorrow, it's going to be a gorgeous day, 58 in Ottumwa, 58 in Waterloo, and again 66 over in Sioux City and 65 in Council Bluffs. So we can see that warm air moving from southwest to northeast across the entire state. It's going to be one of those great picturesque days tomorrow. Tonight we have 31 degrees here in Ames. Check out those stars. It's going to be a very clear night. A little chilly though, as we'll be 1 degree below the freezing mark, and with those winds shifting from the north to the south and slowing down considerably. Tomorrow's forecast calls for 61 degrees. Definitely enjoy it. It's going to be pretty breezy though from the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. But that's for a benefit, because those winds are going to drive up those temperatures quite steadily tomorrow. As we take a look at our extended forecast, we have 61 degrees tomorrow and sunny skies, 73 on Saturday and Sunday, but with the chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight on Sunday with seasonable temperatures next week.
All right, thanks, Caleb. Let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. So, once again, what type of scattering causes the sky to be blue? Is it A, Meade scattering, B, Rayleigh scattering, C, geometric optics, or D, negligible scattering?
Well,
So what do you guys think?
that's a tough question. I'm going to say Rayleigh scattering. I think we have a test about this in my meteorology class
Well,
next
you
week.
can't,
I'm
yeah.
in the last semester, so I can't say. So here we go.
It's going to be B.
Oh, look at that.
Rayleigh.
Rayleigh scattering.
So basically, if you picture a rainbow, okay, so Roy G. Biv, colors that are more like blue and violet have shorter wavelengths, which means more light can scatter through them
right.
than stuff like red or that. So light can go through, causing the sky to look blue, even though red. So basically, yeah. We'll go with that.
Just try and sound smart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Caleb, one thing with that forecast, so obviously it was cloudy, dreary, wet, you name it outside for
Past like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And now we notice that as we go into the weekend, it looks spectacular, right?
Spectacular.
Now, back in February, remember when it was really warm? It seems like every week, it seemed like weekends we would get the nice weather.
Yeah.
During the week, we get the bad
Crappy
weather.
You know,
And it
I think we're
seems-
just pushing the right buttons right now.
What's
you know?
going on? Yeah.
For that
Yeah.
Iowa Cubs game
Good
coming up,
news.
I think they have the season opener tomorrow. It's going to be a picturesque
play?
day. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to do some research on that and maybe post on our Facebook page potentially.
Well, Sam, at least we're not on the East Coast where they're getting snow and rain.
Right, and like with those wind advisories, like Nashville, places like Atlanta, I mean, even 50s in April is cold to them. Like, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, and flood watches in New England, so look out if you're out there, especially
So
traveling.
just- So we just got to be thankful we're in the Midwest. Going to have tons
Yeah.
of sunshine this
Enjoy the
weekend.
weekend,
And yeah, like Caleb said. So that concludes our show tonight. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. You can find every show online on YouTube under our Size channel. See you on Tuesday, and thanks for joining us.